of Egypt, but also going back a couple of years in the context of Iran. It is the policy of the United States of America to see a different kind of government, a more constructive and responsible actor in the region in Iran. The question is not if, the question is when and how to effect that change. And what we've seen since then is the steady delegitimization of the regime in Tehran and a fundamental shift even in Moscow and in Beijing to attitudes towards Tehran. Now, as Stu pointed out, some of these countries are problematic in terms of full implementation of sanctions and keeping the kind of pressure on the Tehran regime that is necessary, but let there be no doubt. We are seeing both on the political side, on the economic side, certainly within Iran itself, fissures that have developed. They are visible. We see them regularly in the current tussle that exists between President Ahmadinejad and those who are opposing him. The President said the other day in his speech that it is the policy of the United States to support those who are reformers in the region. We have to make sure that we are translating that political commitment into real action and also, real resources. We have militarily intervened in Libya. We are demonstrating assertively to those who are resisting change that the international community is prepared to take aggressive action when necessary to protect civilians, but more importantly to preserve forces of reform for fundamental change where power transfers from the autocrats that have been in power for 30 or 40 years, to the people. That is our policy. How can we best do that? I think that while we have been cautious and understandably so up to this point, it is now time for the United States to more assertively embrace publicly as well as privately and through concrete action and the commitment of real resources, to the administration, to the United States policy to promote change that will start in places like Tunis and Cairo and inevitably arrive in Tehran as well. I would like to see the administration recognize that President Assad is not a reformer. He could very well be a tool of those who are resisting change. Assad is not going to reform. Assad has to go. If Gaddafi has lost his legitimacy, so has President Assad. We're not going to go back to where it was. Now, Stu and others have outlined that there are risks involved here. Absolutely. There are unknowns involved here. Absolutely. But if the region is going to change, while we, the United States, cannot control this change, I think we have to give credit to the region. These are indigenous movements. Change is going to occur from the bottom up. It's not going to be imposed, from the outside in. But we have to be in a position where we can help shape change and support people and institutions that can bring democratic governance, to the region as a whole, including to Tehran.